I hear a lot of fussing and cussing about racism. Whitey is holding us back. Whitey is doing this. Whitey is doing that. And certainly some of that is true. But at some point, we have to take responsibility for where we are. We are standing on the bottom step of the ladder in the most prosperous nation on earth. We have been here 400 years. We sit back and watch all kinds of people from all parts of the world come here and jump in front of the line that we've been standing in for 400 years. Whitey didn't do that. They came, they worked, they took advantage of American opportunity in a way that we have not. It's time, my brothers and sisters. It's actually past time for us to take some responsibility for ourselves. Let me take you back more than 60 years. Let me take you back to Montgomery, Alabama. December 5th, 1957. Holt Street Baptist Church, in the middle of our war against segregation and racism. In the middle of that war, Dr. Martin Luther King made his "Some Things We Must Do" speech. Some things we must do. Dr. King said, and I quote, "Negroes constitute 10% of the population of New York City, and yet they commit 35% of the crime." He said that in St. Louis, Missouri, Negroes constitute 26% of the population, but 76% of the persons on the welfare list. He also said we have 8 times more illegitimacy than white persons. He said this in 1957. Then he said, we've got to face these things and we've got to improve our standards. He also said in that speech, we kill each other too much. In 1957, almost 65 years ago, and still we have not addressed these same problems. We have not resolved these same problems in our own community. We have to stop blaming everybody else and everything else and being victims of some mythical whitey when we are not taking the steps to pull ourselves up. We must take responsibility for what happens in our community. We are 13% of America's population, but we commit more than 30% of the crime. And we commit more than 50% of the murders. Our disrespectful young men disrespect their parents, disrespect their teachers, disrespect the police. 90% of the police killings that we complain about start with an act of defiance and disrespect by a young black man against the police, which results in a dead young man, bleeding on the ground. I'm not saying that the cop is right. I'm saying that the young man is dead. Let's keep them alive. When police are wrong, let's challenge them in the court. But we can't challenge them in the graveyard. We have to do better. We have to teach them better. We must stop tolerating crime committed by our own people in our own communities. We must stand together, mothers and fathers, to raise our sons to be disciplined and respectful. We can keep our sons alive and bring them justice while they are still alive to enjoy that justice.